Well, welcome to today's team call, guys. I'm extremely excited about this one. This has been something that, a topic for me that I've been working on. I still am working on trying to get into that right mindset of being, going from being a dabbler to a diver. So we're going to really talk about how to dive into your business and how dabbling in your business is going to affect your success. So I want to talk to you about creating your own success story rather than dabbling in the idea that success will come and find you one day. I have been so excited for this team call because I really wanted to share my own personal struggle with being a complacent dreamer that dabbles in my business and how it's affected my growth and my success and ultimately my life. So how to know if you are a dabbler? If all you're doing is sitting around dreaming of the life you want, maybe taking a small action here or there, like adding 1 or 2 people a week, or only messaging people a couple times a month, or only posting on social media when you're sitting on your couch watching Netflix, then dabbling is indeed what you're doing. What's the difference between following your passion versus cultivating your passion? Well, to follow your passion is one thing. You are all here on this call because you feel that you were made to help others. And of course, you yourself have goals of building a life of freedom, or maybe even to pay off your mortgage. So you have a passion and you have found a way to follow that passion by becoming a coach. Now, cultivating your passion means putting in the work. It means growing to love the tasks that are hard and devoting yourself to create the success you desire, whether it be $200 to $500 monthly to help pay the bills or becoming a top coach making 3 figures a year. Dreams, no matter what they are, require the hustle. Following and cultivating is a mind shift. I have been following my passion for quite some time now, actually for about the last 4 years of my life. But I've only been following, no cultivating, no consistent hard work. And in turn, I've missed out on a lot of success. I realize this now as I've been diving all in and seeing the success that I've been wanting, but I needed to shift my mindset from following to taking action and moving forward. Have you ever had moments where you're so excited about your business and you feel on top? Like your entrepreneur game is so strong, and then a week later, the excitement fades and the negativity sets in, along with that self-doubt that tells you you can't achieve the goals that you have. This is where cultivating your passion helps to keep that excitement lit. The hard work and perseverance is what keeps you going, not just passion alone. Passion will steer you, but the perseverance and hard work is your gas. It's gonna be what keeps you going through the tough times. We're gonna watch a little video that talks about diving into your dreams. Okay, can everybody see that? Yeah.
You have to have a lot of passion for what you're doing, and it's totally true. And the reason is because it's hard that if you don't, any rational person would give up.
After all, if you do really like what you're doing, it doesn't matter what it is. You can eventually turn it, you could eventually become a master of it. The only way to become a master of something is to be really with it. And anything you can be interested in, you'll find others will. But it's absolutely stupid to spend your time doing things you don't like in order to go on spending things you don't like or doing things you don't like, and to teach your children to follow in the same track.
If you're not willing to risk, you cannot grow. And if you cannot grow, you cannot become your best. And if you cannot become your best, you can't be happy. And if you can't be happy, then what else is there? You have to harness your will to say, I'm going to challenge myself. Sometimes I have to pull myself out of things and come on, let's. Things I know I should do, I don't do. Things I shouldn't do, I do. I found that the biggest enemy you have to deal with is yourself. So deciding that you look at your life, as you look into the future and say, what fears am I holding on to? What fears that I'm allowing to imprison me? It's keeping me from breaking out. It's keeping me from living up to my true potential. It's keeping me from really being happy. It's keeping me from having a sense of adventure and excitement in my life. What's keeping me from controlling my destiny? You've got to believe in yourself. You've got to believe in your abilities. You've got to believe in your service, your company, your ideas, unquestionably. You've got to have faith And that faith gives you patience. It's not going to happen as quickly as you want it to happen.
Failure is a detour, not a dead end. Perseverance is the key. You can believe you deserve to win. You can feel that you determine your results. You can feel incredibly motivated and inspired. And you can, unless you put in the perseverance and actual effort, all the training in the world won't help you unless you hang in there when the going gets tough.
If you want a thing bad enough to go out and fight, to work day and night for it, to give up your time and peace and your sleep, all that you dream and scheme is about, life seems useless and worthless without it. And if you gladly sweat for it and fret for it and plan for it, you lose all your terror of the opposition for it. And if you simply go after this thing that you like, with all of your capacity, strength and sagacity, faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither cold poverty, famish, and gulf, sickness and pain of body and brain can take you away from the thing that you like. If dogged and will, you besiege and beset it with the help of God's will.
Okay, sorry I kind of froze there for you guys. Just let me get out of here. Okay. So I love that video because it totally just explains how you got to have that perseverance in your business, and you have to keep moving forward and do not let your failures hold you back. So my own life has been affected by dabbling. I dabbled so long sitting there dreaming about what my business, life, and relationships were going to look like that I lost time that I could have actually been pursuing them and making them a reality. As soon as you have that realization, that aha moment where you admit to yourself that you've been dabbling in your business, you then are going to be able to make that mind shift and start prioritizing based on your dreams. This is your life, your business. It's up to you to decide their fate. So what are you going to choose? Maybe you're doing this part-time, but you want the freedom to be at home with your family. Or you want to pay off all your debt and start building your credit. Or maybe you want to become a top coach and travel abroad. Any and all of those dreams are achievable with perseverance. So I want you to start thinking what you need to do to transition from following your passion to cultivating your passion. What kind of work do you need to do to achieve your success? I'll now pass it on to Natalia, who will give you some tips on how to really dive into your business.
Hey guys, thanks for everybody who made it. So I'm going to go over dabbling versus diving. The reason we decided to cover this topic is we've come across so many coaches who really struggle with dabbling and not really knowing how to dive in. And then also on the flip side, we've just seen in our own journeys how many coaches can truly soar and fly when they just decide to dive all in. If you find that you've been dabbling a little bit, then this is for you. I just want to offer some instruction based on my own experience and offer some practical tips that you can apply to your business in order to see true results. So I'm going to give you some tips on how to go from dabbling in your business to diving all in, and I promise you it has nothing to do with the amount of time that you have or the other responsibilities that you have. It's truly a mindset and just a few practical behaviors that I want to pass on to you that not only I apply to my business, but I'm watching other coaches who are succeeding and thriving. I'm watching them do these exact same things. So those of you who are basically just starting out, if you're a brand new coach or maybe a recommitted coach, I want you to know that this makes all the difference. The way you see your business, the way you approach your business, and the personal responsibility that you attach to your business means everything. So the number one thing that I see coaches struggling with, and something that I've struggled with as well in the beginning, are the words that we use. These words should not be in our vocabulary. Can't, hope, and might. Because what happens when you say, oh, I can't get anyone to attend my sneak peek into coaching group, I hope that I can make Success Club this month, I might sign up a new coach in the next few weeks. What that is saying that you have a backup plan. That is not the only focus that you've allowed. When you say those words, and there's a lot of other words that come to mind, any of these words are limiting. You've already counted yourself out. So if you say, I am going to be 15 and start 15-star in 2 months. Now that's probably not going to happen just because of the work that's involved and the growth that's involved, but the words that we can use absolutely affect our mindset, which then affects the behaviors that we put towards our business. And so if you're somebody that's saying to your upline or posting in the team page, oh, I'm really going to try to get Success Club this month, I want you to simply stop. Nobody's mad at you. I'm not trying to give you shit because this is an adjustment that I had to make myself. But the thing is, when you do that to yourself, you're giving yourself a backup plan. You're allowing yourself to say there's another option. And when you know what happens then, this is something that has always stuck with me. When we do that, we give ourselves this backup plan. I hope I can do this, or I might do this. What happens there is we are going to accept the good instead of the great. And there's always something to be said about people who say, I am going to do this. I will achieve Success Club. I am going to do whatever it takes to share this opportunity with as many people that's in my control and have people join me on this journey. There's something magical that happens when we make that simple shift in the way that we talk to ourselves and what we put out there. Whether it's to the team or to your success partner or whatever it is, you begin to have that responsibility, which a little bit of pressure can freak people out, right? But at the same time, you got to think about how a muscle is grown. A muscle is grown by overwhelming it. A diamond doesn't come out of coal without some pressure, right? So you got to figure out what's going to work for you. Have confidence. Choose to eliminate these words from your vocabulary, and I promise you that will help you switch your mindset from having your pinky toe in the water to jumping in. And doing this and having the confidence that you have what it takes to move your business forward, but more than that, you have what it takes to help other people. So the second point here, to go from dabbler to diver, it's not about how much time you have for this business, it's about how much you do with your time. Because Lord knows, all of us are busy no matter what your lifestyle looks like, everybody's busy. It's just a matter of what we choose to do with our time. So to go from dabbler to diver in this business, it's not about how much time you have, it's simply about how much you do with your time. I feel like a broken record when I say that because I say it all the time, but it's so true. It's not about whether or not you don't have children at home if you can become a successful coach. It's not about if you don't have a full-time job. It's not about any of that. It's simply about what you do with the time that you have. Because I can guarantee you, if you have a couple of hours a week to set aside for this business, you can do just as much as the person who is full-time. If you are focused, it is going to take sacrifice, I can guarantee you that, but it's not the end of the world. You know, the things that you're sacrificing like TV, Netflix, Facebook, whatever it might be, it's not the end of the world. Sacrifice is a big part of this business when you want to move forward, but you guys, it's short term. The sacrifice that you're making now is so that you can live a life of abundancy a year, 2 years, 5 years, whatever your timeline is down the road. I heard this quote and it really stuck with me. A sacrifice isn't really a sacrifice at all. It's just a down payment on an abundant future blessing. And so that could not be more true. Sacrifice is going to happen because this isn't a scam. It's the real deal. Work is involved because this isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. So you guys, stop pushing aside your power hour and pre-plan. By pre-plan, I mean your posts, using a scheduler for your challenge group post if you have to. Work smart, but do a ton with the time that you have. Use lists. I'm a tracking fiend. I use lists for everything. I work from a list. Make a plan. Decide you are going to do something and move forward, and don't make it complicated. By showing up tonight, it shows me that you guys want to dive in, so I want to congratulate you on that. Showing up is the first step. I hope that these tips will help you guys, and if any of you have questions regarding this topic, definitely feel free to ask Alex or I, or message your success partner or anything like that. That's all I have for tonight. Alex, do you have anything you want to add?
No, that's pretty much everything. Something maybe just to kind of keep in mind is, I know some of you, might watch this call and, you might not be wanting to do this full time, but you started this for a reason. And, you need to really think of what attracted you to this business and why you're here. You know, you didn't just sign up because, you know, just for shits and giggles. You know, there's a reason behind why you decided to join this. And whether that be, like I said, just a small bill that you want to help contribute with your family each month, or, you know, you want to, you know, travel the world or something crazy like that. Either way, those goals are still super important. It doesn't matter how small or big they are. They're important to you, which is why it's so important to, you know, put yourself out there and try and make this business work, and, you know, screw the fears and just jump in and dive in, because I promise you, you're not going to regret it. You're either going to have some financial gain, or you're going to have emotional gain. For me, you know, the financial part is great, but the mentality of our team and the things I've learned about myself and emotionally, and, you know, what kind of person I want to be has been a far greater you know, present to me from this business. And so I know that if you guys really dive in, you could gain so much from it. But I really want to thank you guys for coming to this call. Showing up, like Natalia said, is, you know, a really important step in making this business work for you. We can fill each other's cup up by joining on these team calls, and it just makes us as a team stronger as we can learn and grow together. So I hope you guys have an awesome night, and yeah, that's everything. Mm-hmm.